Right, we're on keto. Elvis Presley fan on keto. Right, guys. So we've got 30 minutes. We've done 1.5 miles. I'm gonna have to walk fast because I'm picking up my daughter from school in 30 minutes, so I have to walk fast. We're doing a 3-mile walk. Sorry that I'm topless, really sorry. It's a heat wave in England. It isn't gonna last long. It's way too hot for me to put a t-shirt on, especially how fast I'm walking. I'm a 58-year-old man in July, trying to speed walk. So we're on keto diet. We're on carnivore diet. Now remember, this channel, hi Angie, this channel is called Elvis Presley Fan on Keto, yeah? So some of us are on carnivore, most of us are keto. Now today I'll tell you what I've eaten today. I've eaten steak and 2 eggs, that's all I've had. I've had 2 coffees and a tea. I don't have sugar. And I cooked my steak, it was a rump steak, which was delicious, in lamb fat. In an air fryer. So and a bit of butter. So I put butter and lamb fat on the steak. It was a 10-ounce rump. A really nice one. I find when you're picking your steaks, guys, I find that if you go for the meat that looks redder, yeah? Is that the right way of putting it? More purpley red, yeah? That it tastes nicer. It's not so tough. I hate tough meat. I hate tough steak. Let me just get past this person again. So why not just sit, on a different topic? Obviously, we're on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto here, so we can have a bit of a chat about anything. But when I buy my meat, I love meat in the crock pot, always tender. There we are. Matthew, do you know about the carnivore diet, the keto diet? Do you know about it? Matthew, do you know why this channel's called Elvis Presley Fan on Keto? There's a reason for it. I am an Elvis Presley fan and I am on the keto diet. Some people almost carnivore. So basically, I mainly eat fatty meat and eggs. I have a little bit of veg. I know about it. I watch Camper Van Karen. Kevin has done well on it. Kevin? Who's Kevin? So I'm trying to read your comments. So just a quick rundown. Obviously, I'm 58 in July. When I was 55, I had a giant belly, which I've lost. Still got a tiny belly, but nothing like I used to have. Camper Van Kevin. I'll have to look that up, Matthew. So I was told by my doctor, yes, Angie is ketovore, which is what I am, really. To be honest with you, once you've gone through 3 months of carnivore, that ketovore is probably better. It's easier to sustain. You won't lose as weight. You won't lose any. I find on ketovore, it's harder to lose weight, yeah? You like soda too much. Well, it's not good for your health, mate. Matthew, sugar helps cancer grow. And I've got a personal story about cancer. I won't go into it now. Yeah, Angie definitely. Yeah, now you've gone over to ketovore, Angie. You feel a bit better. Yeah. Sometimes the carnivore bit, you can let it go a bit after 3 months, but it does more than that. Matthew, do you know what the mitochondria is? I'm not going to get all technical on you because I don't know that well. I'm no doctor, I'm no scientist, but do you know what the mitochondria is? The main engine cell of the body. The thing I learnt was this. the excessive sugar intake. Remember, sugar is in many forms. Bread turns to sugar. Rice turns to sugar. Pasta turns to sugar. Cereals, all oats, all grains turn to sugar. Many vegetables like potatoes, starchy vegetables, turn to sugar. It doesn't matter what color bread you're eating. Brown, white, turns to sugar. It doesn't matter what color your pasta is. Even if it's wheat, it turns to sugar. So what you think about the average person, they're waking up, they're having a cereal that turns to sugar. Then they're having a snack. Could be a jacket potato, couldn't it? Could be a cereal bar. Could be a chocolate bar. Turns to sugar. Then they're having dinner. Pasta with something turns to sugar. Pizza with something turns to sugar. Then they're snacking between lunchtime and tea time. Something that turns to sugar. Drinking fizzy drinks turns to sugar. Fizzy drinks are made up from sugar. Sugar, water and soda. Then at tea time, they may have... No, you're wrong, Matt. Salt is good for you. Matt, do you know that salt is actually good for you? But anyway, that's a different topic. Now let me just keep going. So in the evening, they're having an evening meal. Turns to sugar. So you've got people that are binging. They're eating 5-6 times a day. They're snacking, and almost everything they're eating is being converted to sugar and overloading the body with sugar, which creates massive insulin spikes. Insulin is not good for you. Insulin causes bad health. We're encouraged to think that we have to eat 5, 6, 7 times a day to keep our energy levels up. It's not true. We're encouraged to think we need breakfast for energy. It's bullshit. The body only really needs to eat once or twice a day for energy. That's all it needs. Any more than that is overload. Look up the words in. Try and understand what happens to your body when it becomes insulin resistant. Look it up, guys. Insulin resistant. Your body has stopped working properly. Now, this is my point I'm trying to make to Matthew about sugar and anything that turns to sugar. The mitochondria, which is the engine, the fuel of the body. Every cell in the human body, the mitochondria, it gets damaged by sugar. What happens to the mitochondria when it gets damaged? It mutates. What happens to the mutation of the mitochondria? It causes cancer. It causes cancer. Also, autoimmune problems. Autoimmune problems. The sugars even affect your hormones. You get it, guys? Now, if your hormones aren't right, that leads to many other health complications. If you have autoimmune problems, where your body starts eating itself, this is what causes problems like IBS, IBD, Crohn's, colitis. I had ulcerative colitis, the worst form. Matthew, I was very unwell. I had the worst case of ulcerative colitis. Look it up. It's like Crohn's, it's like IBS, IBD. I was on very strong steroids. The steroids just made me more unwell and more unwell. I had it for 12 years. As soon as I did the carnivore diet, it cured me within 3 weeks. So I had 12 years of this embarrassing illness. Really embarrassing. I couldn't even leave the house before midday. I couldn't go on holiday without shooting myself up with steroids. I couldn't sit on an aeroplane in case I had an accident. I couldn't go for a drive in case I had an accident unless I was pumped with steroids. I had this for 12 years. 3 weeks after starting the carnivore diet, I was cured. That was 2 years ago. I have never had a problem with my colon since. The carnivore diet fully cured me. I removed sugar from my diet, not just sugar. Pasta, rice, potato, chocolates, cakes, donuts, all forms. Remember, fruit, people think fruit's good for them. It is not. Fruit is full of sucrose, glucose, and fructose. Fruit causes fatty liver. If you eat too much fruit, you will get fatty liver. The liver deals with fructose. So people do a fruit smoothie. They think they're helping themselves. They're not. They're making themselves unwell and put on weight, obese. How many people eat loads of fruit thinking it's good for them when it is not? It's fattening and it makes them have fatty liver. People have vegetable smoothies. How many people know about the oxalates that are in vegetables? Vegetables have oxalates in them. Look up the word oxalates. You'll be shocked. The damage that oxalates do to your body, your autoimmune system. You get it, guys? Now, the number one thing that we are told is that cholesterol is bad for us. The number one thing we're told that we will have if we eat too much meat and eggs, which is a complete lie, by the way, that we will have a stroke or a heart attack, cause heart problems. It's complete bullshit. Every cell in our body has cholesterol. Every cell in our body. Even our body even makes its own cholesterol. So why would your body that makes cholesterol not like cholesterol? So this myth that eating, remember I said eating cholesterol is bad for you and going to harm you is bullshit. I'm talking about eating it, yeah? I'm not talking about the damaged cholesterol in your body. That's a different story. There is nothing wrong with eating cholesterol. It's actually good for you. Now, remember, my blood pressure was 165 over when I went on this diet. I had my blood pressure done yesterday and it's 131. I've got the blood pressure now of a 25-year-old man and I've been on this diet 2 years. So this diet has lowered my blood pressure to normal levels. The carnivore diet, the keto diet. And I have a very high, I eat a very high amount of cholesterol. Meat, eggs, butter. It must be fatty. Remember, the fat on the meat is very good for you. It gives you energy. This is another lie. We are told that fat is very bad for us. It's not. It's actually very good for you. Saturated fat. Remember, animal fat. It's very good for you. There's so many lies that we have been told for the last 70 years, and I am living proof. I am a success story. I did the diet. Remember, I was also told by my doctor that I had pre-diabetes. Pre-diabetes. I was just about to become type 2 diabetic. I'm cured. I'm not pre-diabetic anymore. The carnivore diet, the keto diet, cures type 2 diabetes. It cures it. And I don't think this, I know this. I know of hundreds of people that were type 2 diabetic, that went on the carnivore diet and are now cured and now have normal blood sugar levels. I'm not just talking, guys, I can prove it.